Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. So, on to the news. Speaking of politics and how sane it is up here, Trump wants to name the Gulf of Mexico something more American.
But why? Why does it matter?
It doesn't. It fucking doesn't. President-elect Donald Trump said that he wants to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to something more American. I mean, it's like if you look at the coastlines, it's about half and half American and Mexico. So at the press conference, he said, we're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring. No, it doesn't. It sounds dumb.
It doesn't. It actually is harder to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's more syllables. It sounds worse.
Yeah, also, I saw this lovely thread on Blue Sky about how the word Mexico actually predates the existence of Europeans in the Americas. Because like it traces its roots back to the indigenous people before the Aztecs.
Okay.
And it's just got this long, lovely history. The president of Mexico, I forget her name, but she was giving a presentation and she showed this map from like the 1600s or something, where basically all of the United States on the map was labeled Americana, or like Mexican America or something like it, but in Spanish. I forget exactly what it was. And she's like, look at that. That's such a beautiful name. We should call it that. So you guys can be Mexican America.
Neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before the Aztecs. Oh, wow, that's all the way back. Yeah, I forget the name of the culture. But I do remember it's the same. Where's Axo? Is Axo in the chat?
It's not like Inca, right? No,
it's not Inca. Is Axo in the chat?
Access to the chat, yeah.
Okay, so it's the same language that the word axolotl comes from. And I saw a video that was explaining the correct pronunciation of the word axolotl in that language. And it's like they've got a lot of the LOTL kind of sounds in there, but it's not pronounced anything. It might be the Toltecs. It might be Toltec. That sounds familiar. I don't think it was the Olmecs. I don't know, but
Toltec.
But I remember seeing a video on how to pronounce axolotl, and it ended up being oh, there we go, Nahuatl. And I'm butchering this. Is that the name of the culture? Okay. I'm Googling stuff. Welcome to my show where I ostensibly do the news, but get distracted halfway through.
And then you just Google stuff in an area where nobody can see it because we don't need to see your search history.
I'm not worried about you seeing my search history. I'm worried about what Twitch will do if it sees my search history.
You know, that's fair. I don't think anybody would be surprised by my search history, but YouTube and Twitch.
Okay.
Maybe they'd be
Nahuatl is the language that's been spoken since the 7th century CE, which was the language of the Mexica, or Mexica, because I'm fucking gringo. Yeah, so I guess it would be the Mexica people. And I don't know. The video on how to pronounce axolotl is hilarious because like he's saying it. It's not just like this academic. This is how it would have been, like this is how it is pronounced in that language. It's he's saying it more of a this is how you should pronounce it, and the sounds are just so different from what we recognize that like if you were to say the word that he says you should pronounce axolotl as, nobody would have a fucking clue what you were talking about. And
Eric says that my search history is full of Magic the Gathering and healthcare research. Nothing else. That is a lie. There is a lot of porn.
Cirrus, sex is healthcare. So porn counts as healthcare. Porn counts as healthcare.
You know what? Sure.
Anyway,
you're not wrong.
All of this to say that Mexico has a much deeper etymology than America. It's like America was like named after some European lord in Italy or something that nobody even remembers who the fuck he is.
Okay.
And it was just like some guy was like, hey, yeah, I'm going to name it for that guy in hopes that that guy will pay me money for naming it this way. So, like, yeah, no, fuck that. Gulf of Mexico actually makes sense. The Republican said the Republicans, I guess that would be Trump, said his administration will be making the official announcement at a future date pretty soon because we do most of the work here and it's ours, he said. Or we do most of the work there and it's ours. It's like, okay, you can change your maps if you want. I'm always going to call it the Gulf of Mexico, just like I still call it Twitter.
Like who cares if we isn't like rapidly changing a bunch of shit like that kind of linked to fascism anyway? It's part of machismo, isn't it? Let me see here.
Sorry, I have a kid who's asking me how to turn off the light in the backyard that is shining into their room as they're trying to sleep. I'm like, I don't know, it's one of the switches by the back door. But, yeah, so that's basically the article. Piper, keep all the tangents in this one so it can get to the magical 8 minutes.
God damn it.
Okay, the axolotl tangent was somewhat related.
It was.
Amerigo Vespucci, explorer and navigator. Wait, he was an explorer? I thought he was just like some Italian nobleman or something that an explorer named it after him.
What's the difference?
What's the difference is the nobles that stayed back home were the ones who wanted all the glory without doing any of the work. Yeah, I guess he was an explorer. Okay.
Bernia says it gives an excuse to change educational books in schools. Right, so they can make another edition.
Oh, yeah.